If you don't have a toothpick yet, well, you seriously need to consider this because the flight experience plus the HD footage you get off this is next level. G'day, Stu from UAV Futures here, and today, well, what we're going to be checking out is this little bad boy. It's from Gep RC. It's the Skip 3. We're very quickly going to stick it on the bench, break it down, and then we're going to go out to the field or rip it around. And the beauty about this one, you can fly it anywhere, but also the footage you get from this thing is absolutely next level. I mean, tell me you're not impressed when you see this footage that I roll right now. And as you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. So if you're the sort of person who wants a little drone they can throw in their bag, take out, rip around anywhere, and still get not only an amazing flight experience, but also some beautiful HD footage, well, stay tuned because the Skip 3 might just be for you. And dare I say, one of the best flying little complete packages in this size that we've ever seen on the channel. So as a bit of an overview, what it is, oh, and the big one too, it's 160 bucks. So that one is kind of the king considering everything that this one is doing. So let's do it. As a bit of an overview, let's stick it on the scale. As you can see, it's a 3-inch drone. My scales are all nice and teared off. It is, excuse me, coming in at 74, close to 75 grams right there. So it is a little bit heavier than some of the others. I'm going to say it's kind of a chunkier boy when it comes to that toothpick style, but it has more than enough power as well. And also it's got that HD recorder in there. Through some of the components in a minute, but what this one is designed for, it really is to be designed to take out of the box. You fly it, but you also record, and you can fly this thing anywhere. If you've got, I guess, a large indoor space, it's got plenty of power, so it might want to be a fairly large indoor space, but some tight little trees, fun little parks, playgrounds, this bad boy absolutely has you covered. Now let's do it. Let's go through some of the components before talking about the design, the quality, all that sort of stuff. Starting at the outside in, we've got some bi-blade props, and it does take a 3, and I think it might be able to take a 4S battery, although there is some warnings on the website. It says, please don't run 4S if you're using these props, all that sort of stuff, but I've got mine set up for a 3S. I think I was flying it around on a 500 milliamp hour battery. Underneath that, we've got some 1105s, 5000 kV motors, and then it's fairly standard stuff. We've got a unibody base plate, which I like. It's very robust. I've put heaps of packs through mine. It's been very, very reliable. We'll talk about that when I get in the quality part a little bit in a second. But we've got our 12 amp ESCs in the middle, standard stuff like 4-in-1 ESC. Mine came with a FreeSky receiver. But the big one, it's got the Baby Turtle V2 HD recorder in here. And I got to say, normally, 9 times out of 10, I absolutely can't stand the HD footage, the HD FPV feed that you get when you get these sort of combo cameras. It just looks really blasé, it's like drops all the color, all that sort of stuff, but the quality, I was absolutely amazed. It was still bright, it was still vibrant. The first time ever, I was like, yeah, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. And as a bonus, the HD footage you get out of the camera is absolutely amazing. Of course, we've got a little cap on the back and then our little dipole antenna right here for your FPV feed. And also nice 2 big antenna holders, which also kind of act there for your receiver antennas, but also they're gonna be great when it comes to flipping it over in turtle modes or something like that. If it gets stuck in the grass, you can easily flip it over. So that's a good design choice. Now, speaking of the other things in design, what can I say? It's a little bit chunkier, a little bit heavier. I like the components, like how everything is centered in here. And I've got to say, with the soft TPU mount on the top, I think it's going to be very, very robust, but also it's got a really good center of gravity, which results in a fantastic flight experience. Not only does it look good, I guess with the footage you get back, it feels great on the sticks. When you're ripping this thing around, it feels amazing. Now, moving on, let's talk about the quality of the thing, and I got to say, I cannot fault it. It's just been working flight after flight after flight. We haven't had any issues or whatsoever. I love it. We didn't have to do any tuning. Just take it out of the box. It works. The pros and the cons. Well, the cons, I don't know if I like the look of it so much. Like some people are going to say, oh, I don't like that kind of big bubbly bit in the middle, or that might not be for them. They might want a more traditional style quad. And it's not going to be as fast as those big 5 inches. And also if you want to fly it indoors, well, you're going to need a big space because it's definitely not going to be in the same market as those really, really small whoops or anything like that. But the pros. And this is where it excels. It's 160 bucks. It rips around magnificently outdoors. It just feels locked in on the sticks. It is a pleasure to fly. It's good value. It's got high quality components, and also the FPV feed you get while you're flying is great. The OSD, everything is super clear, but not only that, you also get beautiful HD footage. So when you watch the recording back, you think, damn, That looks really good. So definitely for me, I would be more than happy if that was the only HD recording I have. It's not going to be as good as a new GoPro Stabilized 8, all that sort of stuff, but you got to think, look at the size of this craft, and when you see the full breakdown of the footage, which we're going to show you in a minute, it's definitely going to turn some heads, and more than enough for 90% of people in our hobby. But that's it on the bench. That's the boring stuff. Let's go out to the field. We'll fly it around. We'll show you some footage, show you it flying, and also hand it over to, I think, Wingman Jono's out there. Get his impressions, because he's big into these micros as well, and find out why this quad for $160 is an absolute steal. So let's go do it in 3, 2, 1. Radio out here in the field. Let's do it. We've got Wingman Jono over there as well, but we're flying around little Gep RC HD toothpick style recorder. Let's do it. Show you the footage. See what he thinks in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Okie dokie, you guys are in for a treat. We're going to talk about 3 different things. We're going to talk about the flight characteristics, we're going to talk about the FPV feed, and you'll see that when Jono gets it as well, and you're also going to talk about this footage, because the footage you are seeing, I would have killed to have footage like this on a micro. Yes, look, I'm going to say it's not as good as a GoPro 8 or anything like that, but this is a tiny little onboard FPV cam that's recording in HD, and I got to say, it looks phenomenal. Look in here, look how bright it is, look how vibrant it is, the colors look so nice and juicy. It just makes me want to get out, be outdoors, and just kind of brings this whole session to life, because I got to say, they are doing an absolute killer job with recording on here on the HD. And also when you see Wingman Jono with the FPV feed, it's still vibrant as well. So it's not dull like some of the other cameras, which was one of my biggest concerns traditionally when it comes to this sort of dual HD recording FPV craft. Now moving on to the actual flight characteristics itself, you can see it has so much poke. I think right here we give it a blip on the throttle and it absolutely disappears. I'm flying around with a 450 pack in this flight, and it is absolutely screaming, flying around. It feels great on the sticks. There's no oscillations. It's just locked in wherever you turn. This quad is going. It's not hard to fly at all. It's very responsive, very quick, extremely agile, feels good. It is smooth. There's no like lack in power no matter where you are in the band of the throttle. It just feels great the whole time, and on top of that, it's also fairly durable. So watch this. We have a huge crash coming up straight into this tree trunk. Thank you very much. I did bend a prop, so we had to fly it back home and give it to Wingman Jono. But overall, I got to say, I absolutely love this craft. Not only the HD footage, the FPV footage, but the flight performance, and for $160, it just kind of speaks for itself. But anyway, what we should do, let's hand it over to Wingman Jono, see what he thinks, and that's a chance for you guys too to check out the FPV feed. Radio Wingman Jono. So this one, it's like the toothpick HD recorder, Gep RC. First thoughts, you saw it in the air, what did it look like?
It looked like it was really, really hauling, man. It looked like it had a bit of speed to it, which was really cool. Yeah, once again, really small, really light. I like the way they've gone with the HDs. They've really managed to shrink them down a whole bunch. Sure. They have, yeah. So
it's a little bit taller than most of the other ones we're used to as well. So.
Yeah, it really does have that that height in the stack. It does, but
And you've got a smaller battery. I had a 450, but I only have. I think this is only a 300 in here, so I'm sorry about that. I wish I had more batteries, but
yeah,
you get what you're given, son.
Oh dear, oh no. Oh well, I'll flog it anyway, and we'll see how we go with it.
And I didn't bring spare props, and you saw me crash into the tree, stump, or trunk. Whatever. Let's rip it.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, it's a bit more peppy, isn't it? So yeah, all right. So yeah, this one here, it feels nice and reasonably tight on the sticks. It does. Feels easy to control. Has a decent amount of power, that's for sure. Like
you getting any range issues or anything like that? How's the
no,
VTX?
I'm getting not even proper flickers. No, I'm not even going to say flickers because it's just like a little bit of fuzz and that's about it. Yeah.
I'm watching it in my goggles. I'm just got to say it does look pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one.
Yeah.
In terms of colors on the camera, because I'm watching this right now as well in my goggles.
Yeah.
What do you think these colors look like for a HD recorder FPV cam?
Pretty good. Yeah. No, normally, like, you know, with the older Caddx turtles and stuff, the colors are really muted on them, and it looked just terrible when you were flying around. Like the HD looked all right, but the actual when you're flying it just looked like garbage, and it was really.
And what about this one?
This one here, pretty good.
I gotta say, I didn't even notice. Like, it didn't even register when I was doing my flights that this was a HD recorder.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it would pass for, like, you know, like a Runcam Micro or something like that. Like, yeah. I think I'm gassing this battery pretty hard, but yeah.
That's right, man. Fly it into the ground.
Yeah.
Any oscillations are you finding?
I can't see any, I can't feel any. It feels pretty good. It does, like hands off the sticks, that's what I got.
All right, and what about top speed? Oh yeah, you got low battery, bro. Start
Oh
bringing
yeah.
that back.
Whoa, we're not gonna make it.
Yeah, we are. We got a little
We're coming in hot. We're coming in hot. I just gotta remember your arm button. Which one is
Oh,
it?
do you want me to disarm for you?
No, I got it,
Because
I
you're
got it.
useless.
Hey, yeah, no, that was pretty good. That was an enjoyable little flight. Battery didn't last too long, unfortunately, but I guess that's because it's a smaller
You
size.
can pick that up.
Yeah.
You're the apprentice.
Yeah. Do your work.
All right, can I? Okay,
Yeah,
you go.
you- no, you go,
All
you go,
right,
you go,
all right,
you
I was
go.
going to say, we had that flat stick maxed, right?
Yeah.
I would have even probably wanted to have a bit more tilt. How did you feel with the speed? Like, it had the power for me that I wanted more tilt to go faster, and the canopy stops me from getting more tilt on that.
Yeah, definitely. If I owned this, I'll tell you, I'd probably be going home, get my X-Acto knife, and I probably would have carved out a bit more so I could tilt it further.
Yeah,
I
and that,
would've-
look, that's just a testament, I guess, to the power that this thing has. But anyway, let's back. Enough me rambling.
Yeah.
This is your rambling. That's what
Yeah,
you're known for.
yeah.
Go
I'm
for
good.
it.
I'm good at rambling, so let's
Yep.
ramble a whole bunch about it. No, yeah, like hey, camera tilt definitely needs some more of that on there. Camera feed was like pretty nice. Otherwise, it has plenty of power, but once again, need more camera tilt to
Yep.
take advantage of it. Yeah, it looks nice. Tidy build. Run good. What else?
This is you, mate. So,
Yeah.
anything you didn't like besides camera tilt? If you were flying around, who would you recommend this for? And is this? Would you be happy to use this one as a everyday kind of flyer and recorder, or whatever you reckon?
For an everyday thing, yeah, I reckon like something like this is a good like carry in your backpack and just like opportunistic flying sort of thing. Carry a couple of batteries, carry a small pack with this stuff in there. Happen to see a spot that you like a park or something, you just bam, rip it out, go for it. It's nice and easy. I
Do you
like
reckon
it.
it'll hold up well in a crash?
Oh well, you smashed it against the tree branch before.
I did.
Yeah. The TPU canopy should hold up pretty good. I've had pretty good
Yeah.
experiences with canopies like that. Like I've got one similar on my Talon, and that kept up to a beating. Frame's pretty thin, but I reckon it would hold up pretty decent.
Too easy.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you reckon?
I'll say thumbs up for that one.
Too easy.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Johnny.
Alrighty, so there it is. There's my review of the Skip 3, and I gotta say, it flies really, really well, and I love this quad. Normally, when I recently did, it was this bad boy right here, I thought the Happy Model Lava X HD, these guys had everything to, everything to lose, because traditionally, Happy Model has been crushing it, but this HD version doesn't even come close to the Skip 3. So I gotta say, Gep RC, you absolutely killed it. This is probably, dare I say, the best non-DJI HD fly. If you want to record HD on an SD card, you don't want to use DJI, and you're also looking at this little micro style toothpick frame size, this one by far is one of the best ones you can get. And even if you don't care about HD footage, the best thing is for the price, even for 160 bucks, it still rips around, still absolutely screams and feels beautiful on the sticks. It does turtle mode well, all that sort of stuff. Oh, I just thought of one thing. Maybe the color might mean it might be a little bit easy to disappear. You know, if it was bright orange or something, it would definitely stand out a lot more. If you do crash it, you've got to go searching through the grass for it. Black might mean it's a little bit camouflaged in some of those crashes, but that's about it. We are definitely getting down to the nitpicking details when we're trying to find something wrong with it. For me, I just absolutely love it. So definitely go check it out. I'm going to put the link down below. What do you think about it? What did you think about how this footage looks? Huge shout out to Wingman Jono. Subscribe for more FPV related content, and as always, happy flying.